ladies and gentlemen, Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. No debates. I saw what I needed to see over the last 4 to 5 weeks to confirm that. And it had always been a belief of mine, but I'm 26 years of age. I missed all of Michael Jordan's prime. I missed all of his Bulls career. I was a little baby. I didn't get to see any of it. I pretty much started watching basketball pretty much right after he retired in 98, so the second retirement. I missed all of his prime. So this Last Dance documentary was the closest thing I got to see to watching Michael Jordan live as we watched as a family, as ESPN aired this beautiful documentary that I think it covered so much in just so little time, right? I finally got to see what some of the people that I respect, some of my old heads, or some of, what my dad used to talk about, or what my uncles used to talk about, or what my older family members used to talk about. When we talk about the greatness of Michael Jordan, I finally got to see it. It's the closest thing I will ever get to seeing Michael Jordan play basketball live. I'll never get that moment. And it was absolutely incredible. All of it, the entire documentary. I think we'll probably break down a couple of pieces and talk about it in totality over the next couple of days on my platform. But in my mind, I have my list. And this is my list. Again, maybe if a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar documentary comes out, maybe if a Magic Johnson documentary comes out, that is in the works, by the way, maybe this will change my mind. But I don't believe anything will change. My 1, 2, 3. As of right now, my 1, 2, 3 is Michael Jordan 1, LeBron James 2, and I got Kobe Bryant as 3. Now, when we talk about 2 and 3, LeBron and Kobe, if LeBron's career ends, and I know this sucks that we're in this pandemic and this is just unfair that he may not be able to finish season number 17. But if LeBron's career ends and he doesn't get one more ring in Los Angeles, I think I'll be more inclined to bump Kobe up to 2, right behind his predecessor, the guy that he looked up to, his idol, Michael Jordan. That's my personal list, right? And if anybody has Kareem Abdul-Jabbar over LeBron, over Kobe, I'm fine with that. That's not my list, but I'm understanding of that because Kareem, I could argue, was the most successful basketball player ever. So I'm fine with that. But for me personally, I'm sticking to perimeter guys. I'm going to say 1 Mike, 2 LeBron, and 3 Kobe. Depending on how LeBron's career ends, I might flip 2 and 3. I own that right and that authorization to do so. You want to know why I got this list? You want to know how I came up with this list? It's perfection. When we talk about Michael Jordan, we're talking about perfection. He never lost. You see, I don't care how many times you take out the trash, but if you miss one day, if I miss one day taking out the trash, my lady, she's going to probably give me hell about it. I'm probably going to hear her mouth, right? Because I'm not perfect at it. I don't do it all the time. If you miss one appointment, one dental appointment, well, you're not perfect. You don't have perfect teeth. The thing with Mike is that he was perfect. We're talking about perfection. Every time it was an opportunity to go to the finals and win a ring, he took his game to the next level. See, I'm not like a lot of these other guys. I don't hold Kobe's 2 final losses against him. I don't do that. I don't hold LeBron's 6 final losses against him. I don't do that. That's not what I do. That's not what I do. I'm not going to hold it against your legacy because you got to the big dance. There were guys all throughout their careers that couldn't win in the first round, couldn't win in the second round, got to the conference finals and lost. I'm not holding it against LeBron for his many finals losses. That tells me he's been great enough to get through the Eastern Conference more than anyone else, but when it got to the big dance, he didn't have enough to close the deal. I'm not holding it against LeBron, his final losses, or Kobe's final losses, or anyone. But I'm for damn sure giving Michael Jordan more credit for his success in the finals. Because guys wanted rings. Beating Utah back-to-back years. Man, that second year, man, Karl Malone and John Stockton, they needed that ring. Their legacies to this day are still not where I believe they should be because they were not able to get over the hump and beat the Chicago Bulls in one of those 2 final trips that they had. Charles Barkley will tell you to this day, he hates the fact that he lost in the finals. He said, you lose his sleep over it. All these guys, these all-time greats that fell to Michael Jordan. You didn't win when Michael Jordan wanted to win. And I know, and I'm the biggest Kobe fan you'll find, God rest the dead. I know what Kobe did, and I know how spectacular he was in a lot of moments for the Los Angeles Lakers. But I also know what he wasn't. And LeBron James, as great as he is, and when I watch LeBron James, I have to stop myself because sometimes I do say, damn, he could just do more than what Mike can do on that court, bruh. He's just physically imposing. Mike was not this great in year 17. You're right, he was not this great in year 17. He was not this physically imposing like LeBron James in year 17. But he didn't have to be. Because for 6 years, you couldn't beat him in the finals. He didn't need 17, 18 years to do what he needed to do. Because he did damage in the years. He was the most efficient basketball player we've ever seen in regards to winning. I saw Kobe's struggles. I got to believe on 2 different occasions, Mike wouldn't have let this happen to him. The 2 occasions that I'm talking about in Kobe's career, when Kobe had Shaq, when they were going for that infamous 4P, which, by the way, Mike never even did. You saw in the documentary, Mike's very upset that he never got the chance to go for a 4P. Well, the Los Angeles Lakers actually had a chance to go for the 4P. Remember, they ended up rebuilding that team, retooling that team. What was that, 04, when they added Gary Payton and, one said, Karl Malone to that roster. And I saw the Lakers get dominated by the Detroit Pistons. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. That was a 5-game series, right? They got dominated by the Detroit Pistons as Kobe was becoming. Shaq was there. Shaq was there still at the end of his prime. I saw what happened to that Los Angeles Lakers team. I don't believe that would have happened to Mike. And if you're not holding that against Kobe's legacy, fine. Fast forward against the Boston Celtics, years later. I saw what that Celtics team did to my Los Angeles Lakers first time around. And Kobe, literally battled his behind off in that series. But I think Mike would have got a little bit more out of his guys. I do believe that. And fast forward to LeBron. As great as LeBron has been, like I said, I don't hold final losses against him. But there are moments in finals where I just can't take up for LeBron. I've seen him mentally fragile. That Dallas Mavericks loss in the finals, that one. And I'm not talking about just the fact that it was in the finals, right? If this series would have took place in the first round, the second round, and the third round, I'd have the same conversation. I don't get what happened to LeBron in that 2011 NBA Finals against the Dirk Nowitzki, Jason Kidd, J.J. Barea, and Dallas Mavericks. I don't understand it. I think LeBron averaged 19 points in that series, 4 points in the fourth quarter or something like that. It's something off the wall like that. We've never seen LeBron struggle like that at any point in his career after that. Never. Never. And I don't get that one. Mike would have never did that. It's not about it being in the finals. In any round, I never seen Mike do that. Not to that extreme. And another finals loss that people don't talk about with LeBron. And LeBron averaged 30 against the San Antonio Spurs in this series. He averaged pretty much a triple-double. That last run in Miami, as the Heat lost to what was becoming of Kawhi Leonard and the San Antonio Spurs. I don't get that one. I don't get that one either. I don't believe Michael Jordan would have went out like that. As great as LeBron was, he's arguably the most durable athlete of all time. I do feel like there was a little bit more to get out of a Chris Bosh, out of a Dwayne Wade who was on his last legs. And I just believe Mike would have been able to get a little bit more out of that Dwayne Wade. I just believe Mike would have been able to push D-Wade more than that. I just believe it. I just watched him push Scottie Pippen, whose back literally, he could barely walk down the court against Utah in the last dance. But I watched Michael Jordan just tell Scottie, yo, we need you out there, bruh. We need you. Just be a decoy on the court. And Dwayne Wade was better than what Scottie was in that series, in that series against Miami, against San Antonio, excuse me. He could give more than that. And bare minimum, LeBron could have just had that wherewithal to tell D-Wade, I need you to do for me what Scottie did for Mike in 98. Just be a decoy for us. And I just didn't see LeBron get what Mike was able to get out of Scottie, who at that point in time, he was beat up. He needed a break. I just didn't see LeBron do that. And that's why Mike is my GOAT. That's why Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time. I saw him get more out of guys than anyone has ever. I just saw him push guys to limits. Whether you respect his process or not, it was his process. And it was effective. More effective than anyone else in NBA history. He is the greatest of all time. He is Michael Jordan.